when dealing with the current situation that we're in, it's like if you're not awake by now, you never will be. And it's more than likely because you don't want to be. Some people prefer. What is it that they say, that ignorance is bliss, and some people prefer to be ignorant. It's one of the reasons why you see a lot of people, they kind of like display like facts, or they'll show the hypocrisy of certain politicians. They'd be like, look, this person says you need to wear coverings, and then I just found them out there partying it up in a huge crowd and they weren't wearing a covering. And then they'd be like, yeah, but maybe they all took it, and so it's okay. And it's just whatever mental gymnastics these people need to do. And it's because it revolves around their survival. The people that men like this depend on can't survive on their own. They're unable to, which is why they require your enslavement, and why they advocate for their enslavement, because they don't value freedom. And it's not that this information is not out here. So this article is from January. All right, so this is the beginning of the year. This is the beginning of the year of 2019. And what was his best investment? Well, you just type it in, right? Right? What was his best investment? You can see it right there. And so that's why Mr. Gates in 2019 said that the future of investing was going to be in this stuff right here. And it's not that difficult to put it together. You create a scenario, right? You pick the winners. This was back in 2016, right? This is back in 2016. So you can hand pick the winners. This is what I've said often. The stock market is, especially for a lot of these companies, is just people being put into places of position. It's not that they've created these great products. It's that they manipulate the system. And so they say, these are the people who win contracts. And just like Microsoft and Amazon always seem to win like these no contest government contracts. Look back at Amazon's history. Amazon was going to go bankrupt, and then the government said, "Oh, I got a contract for you," and then they become one of the wealthiest companies in the world. They were literally going to go bankrupt. He was about to close up shop, and then the government said, "Come here, little boy. Want some candy?" And of course, he came running over and does what he does. Now, this person in particular has been very active in this industry for a little bit of time. And it's because there's a lot of money there. You can grease the hands of certain politicians and be like, you know what? You need to put in a law. Everybody needs to take it. And it gets paid for via taxation, which is just, in essence, forced labor. That's all that it is. It's just forcing people to work to pay for it. Whether it works or not doesn't really matter, because the government has the monopoly on the guns. This is another video we're going to talk about a little bit earlier with Elon Musk. Elon Musk made a statement the other day. But that's the reality. You get these countries that have all the guns. People can't protect themselves, right? 250 million donation, right? Donation. And what's funny is this guy was like a philanthropist. He was like, I'm going to give my money away. And people were like, oh my God, it's amazing. You're going to give it all away. And then he turned 10 million, right? He turned 10 billion into 100 billion, right? Right? His investing 10 billion turned into 100 billion. I thought it was 200 billion, but hey, 10-1, not that bad. And so you look at a lot of these headlines, this information has been out there, and people were just like, all right, 120 million to Merck. And there's a lot of money out there to be made, right? Moderna execs cashed out on 89 million in shares. What was Moderna doing before all this? This is Moderna. This is Moderna from 2019? From 2018 all the way till February of 2020. And then the federal government said, you win a contract. Moderna has never brought a drug to market. In fact, Moderna doesn't even have another drug to market. All it is this right here. The only thing that Moderna sells is this right here. This is the only thing that Moderna sells. They have nothing else but this. And it's like, do you need it? I mean, when your stock goes from like $20, right? And it hits $500, and you see people making 2,400% on their money. I mean, shoot, that's not a bad deal. This is just legal money laundering. That's all that this is. This is just legal money laundering of governments, which is just taxation. They put their money in here. A lot of politicians owned Moderna prior to all of this. And that's all it is. And a lot of this information is out here legally. These people are out here making money hand over fist. It's a legal extortion of the American people via taxation. And then does it work? You tell me. You got more cases now than before. And so, hey, you go a step further and you be like, hey, you know what? These people are going to need some tests. Why don't we go out there and buy the company? Why don't we go out there and buy the company that does the tests in the UK? And you know who pays for that? People, it's funny. You listen to like people in the UK and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe America makes you pay for the test. We get them for free. And I'm like, sure. You keep thinking that, Normie. Everything is free. And Bill Gates is just sitting there laughing all the way to the bank. Bill Gates is sitting there laughing all the way to the bank. And so are these people right here. So these people right here. And it's like the ramifications of what is going on is huge, right? The ramifications of what's going on in terms of the environment is huge. For all these people that are like, we need to save the planet. We need to save the planet. Mother Earth, Gaia, save us. And this is the outcome. But to your average dipshit normie, it doesn't matter. As long as you get enslaved for their protection. Because they depend on you. Because they depend on you to produce for them so that those people will vote for them. So what do you do? What do you do? Like so I said, for people, this information is not that difficult to find. You just do a little bit of research. You can put the pieces together. Right? You can put the pieces together. It's not that difficult to understand. You can put all these pieces together and you'd be like, oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Right? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Not that difficult to put together. But if you don't want to see, if you want to be blind, if you want to stick your head in the sand and just pretend, you can. The people who don't want to know, or the people who don't know, they don't want to know. They don't care. Because they depend on these people. Right? And he knows that. That's why he can sit there and smirk all the way to the bank. I'm going to live a good life off of these people. It's just modern day. This is the modern day slavery. This is modern day slavery. There's no need. There's no need to shackle people. There's no need for an overseer to crack the whip. Because the people vote. They vote for their own enslavement. And he enjoys every minute of it. So what do you do? What do you do?